Hi everyone and welcome back to Mathematics class with Teacher Matthew. Today we're going to take a look at a new unit, Unit 12, Lesson 12.1, Multiplication, Extending Known Facts. Now let's take a look at the warm-up. What multiplication fact could you write to match this picture? We have 4 jars of 2 marbles. So this can be So this can be 2 times 4 or 4 times 2, which is equal to 8. Now imagine you had 20 marbles in each jar. How could you calculate the total number of marbles? 20 is 10 times as many as 2, so the answer will be 10 times as many. So if we have 4 times 2 equals to 8, then 4 times 20 equals 80. Now, what multiplication fact could you write to match this array? That's correct. So we have 3 times 5. So 3 times 5 equals 15. Now, imagine there were 50 dots in each row. How could the total number of dots change? So if we have 50 dots, so it's going to be 3 times 50. And the multiplication fact could be 3 times 50, which is equal to 150. Since 3 times 5 equals 15. Now let's take a look at the workout. Complete the multiplication fact, then use the fact to calculate the product in the multiplication equation below. Part A. If 6 times 2 equals 12, then 6 times 20 will be equal to 120. Part B. If 4 times 5 equals 20, therefore 4 times 50 will be equal to 200. Now part C. Everybody, what is 2 times 8? That's correct, 16. So if 2 times 8 is 16, then 2 times 80 will be 160. Part D. What is 7 times 4? That is 28, right? So if 7 times 4 equals 28, therefore 7 times 40 will be 280. Now part E. If 5 times 9 equals 45, right? Therefore 5 times 90 will be 450. That's correct. Part F. What is 4 times 3? That's 12, right? That's correct. Then 4 times 30 will be 120. Now let's go to number 2. Write the missing product. Then write the related multiplication fact you use to figure it out. Part A, 7 times 20, so we can use 7 times 2, which is 14. So 7 times 20 will be 140. What is 5 times 60? So we can use 5 times 6 to be 30. So 5 times 60 will be 300. Part C, we can use 2 times 9 to figure out 2 times 90. So 2 times 9 is 18. Therefore, 2 times 90 will be 180. Part D, 80 times 4. So we can figure out 8 times 4 to be 32. Therefore, 80 times 4 will be 320. Part E, we can use 7 times 5, which is 35. Therefore, 70 times 5 will be 350. Part F, we can use 5 times 5, which is 25, to figure out 50 times 5, which is 250. Now everybody write it down. You can pause the video to write the answers down before we continue to number 3. Copy it in your book now. Are you done? Now let's go to number 3. Write an equation to solve each problem. Part A. There are 60 blocks in each box. There are 4 boxes. How many blocks are there in total? So we have 60 blocks. So we can use 6 times 4 to figure out 60 times 4. 6 times 4 will be 24, right? So therefore 60 times 4 will be 240. Part B. There are 20 bars in each pack. There are 8 packs in the box. What is the total number of bars in one box? This will be division, which will be multiplication, 20 times 8. And we can use 2 times 8 to figure out 20 times 8. So 2 times 8 is 18. Therefore, 20 times 8 will be 160. Now let's take a look at part C. There are 5 pieces of string. Each piece is 90 centimeters long. What is the total length of string? So we can use 5 times 9 to figure out 5 times 90. So 5 times 9 is 45. Therefore, 5 times 90 will be 450. Part D. There are 70 students in grade 3. Each student has 4 counters. How many counters are there in total? So we can use 7 times 4 to figure out 70 times 4. 7 times 4 is 28. Therefore, 70 times 4 will be 280. Write your answer down and let's go to the fast finishers. You can pause the video now to write down your answers. Now let's go to the fast finishers. The colored squares show 7 times 2. Now, color or outline more squares onto the example shown to show 7 times 20. So, this side will remain 7. So we just count on to 20 from the first one. 1, 2, count on to 20. And when we have something like this, count on to 20, then we will have something like this. So everybody shade the appropriate channel. The squares will be 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 7 group of 20. 7 rows of 20. You can pause the video now to do the color, to color the part, the square. Now, if you're done, bring out your practice book and open to lesson 12.1. Number 1, complete the multiplication facts, then use the fact to figure out the product in the multiplication equation below. Part A, if 5 times 3 is 15, yeah, then 5 times 30 will be 150. Everybody, what is 8 times 6? 36, right? Therefore, 46. 8 times 6 is 46. So therefore, 8 times 60 will be 480. I beg your pardon, 480. So 8 times 6 is 48. So 8 times 60 will be 480. Now let's go to part C. 7 times 5, that is 35. Therefore, 7 times 50 will be 350. Now let's go on to part 2A. Write the missing product, then write the multiplication fact you use to figure it out. Part A, 5 times 20. Therefore, 5 times 2 is 10. So 5 times 20 is 100. Now part B. 6 times 50. So we can use 6 times 5, which is 30, to figure out 6 times 50, which will be 300. Part C, we can use 4 times 9, which is 36. Therefore, 4 times 90 will be 360. Part D, we can use 4 times 4, which is 16. Therefore, 40 times 4 will be 160. Part E, we can use 7 times 2, which is 14. Therefore, 70 times 2 will be 140. Part F, 5 times 8 will be 40. Therefore, 50 times 8 will be 400. You can pause the video to write in your book now. Pause the video so you can write in your book. Okay, now let's go on to number 3. Now, number 3, write an equation to show each problem. Be careful to include the product. Part A, there are 7 concrete blocks on the truck. Each block weighs 50 grams. What is the total mass of the blocks? So that would be 7 times 50. And we know 7 times 5 is 35. So 7 times 50 will be 350. Part B. Mia wants to make 6 necklaces that each use 40 centimeters of string. How much string will Mia need? So the number sentence will be 40 times 6. So we can use 4 times 6, which is 24, to figure out 40 times 6, which is 240. Part C. There are 20 crayons in each box. There are 8 boxes. How many crayons in all? Which is 20 times 8. Then we can use 2 times 8 to figure out 20 times 8. 2 times 8 is 16. Therefore, 20 times 8 or 8 times 20 will be 160. Part D. There are 40 apples in each crate. There are 2 crates. How many apples in total? So that will be 40 times 2. But we can use 4 times 2, which is 8, to figure out 40 times 2, which is 80. Write it down and take a picture of it, send it to me in Microsoft Teams chat. That's all we have for today. See you in the next class. Have a beautiful day.